Okay, hello everybody. Happy Sunday. If you can get over watching Andrew Marr this morning and Sophie Ridgeback. And she was talking to the head of MI6. I'm glad they're open again because I've got to get some gardening equipment. No, but the head of MI6 was, and Sophie Ridgeback asking him questions. So, do you think we should drop Huawei? God, there you go. What's the world coming to? Well, anyway, it's nice to speak to you people on YouTube. And don't forget, when you finish watching me on YouTube, you can bounce over and watch the rest on JDTV, because we can only get a little bit on YouTube because, I don't know, megabytes, bits, bytes, goggles and Googles. I don't know what it's all about. But anyway, you can go to www.jimdavidson.uk, which is JDTV. And JDTV is not just me. It's lots and lots of other things, and it's rather special. Plus, you don't have to whiz over. You can't say, well, I'm now watching YouTube, so I can't go to JDTV, because by the time I fill in and pay me £3, it'll be gone. No, they stay on there. You can have a look at the back catalogue. I have a back catalogue. What about that? Anyway, let's talk about what's going on. We're a bit the way through lockdown now. How's it treating you? Have you had your first pint? I haven't had mine yet. I haven't had mine. No, I've been noticing that things are changing though. Cricket is back. Yes, I'd give it a little pause there. Cricket is back, and I noticed the West Indies are playing England down near me actually in Southampton at the AGS the old Rose Bowl, the AGS Bowl, and I noticed the crowds were the same as when Hampshire played. So a couple of people and. What about cricket, eh? I actually explained it to a friend of mine called Chris Draskovic, who lived in... where did he live? He lived in Boston. You know, one of these people you meet on holiday, and he said, must keep in touch. Well, we did. We kept in touch and flew over and saw him. Funny enough, I saw another bloke the other day who I met on Young Island in Barbados, old Malcolm Thorpe, who now owns Bembridge Harbour. Yeah, you think I'll get some discount? No. Anyway. Chris Draskovic was explaining cricket to his wife, and he said this: Cindy, they have a game here called cricket. They played for 5 days and nobody wins. Amazing. And what did Robin Williams say? Oh, cricket is, yes, I know cricket. It's a Valium on baseball. Anyway, we talk about football for a little bit, and God bless Jack Charlton. What about that Jackie Charlton, eh? He was a great guy. He was a real country man, wasn't he, eh? He had that neck. He used to run back to that centre spot after a goal like a giraffe going for his scoff, didn't he, old Jack Charlton? And my mate Ronnie Lee, funny enough, a Charlton fan, the club, we grew up together, dear old Ron. And Ron wasn't a great impressionist. We all did impressions as kids. He did one of Jackie Charlton. That was his only impression. And he could, if you're watching this, Ron, you'll know. He could only say one word, but you knew it was Jackie Charlton. So here we go, Ronnie Lee doing Jack Charlton. Butter. I think Jack did an advert for butter along the way. Here we go, I'll do it again in slow motion. Butter. Talking of football, poor old Norwich have been relegated. I saw West Ham giving them a bit of a thrashing, bit of mixed emotions there from me. Henry Brandman, my lawyer, is West Ham's lawyer, so I get to hear what's going on there. We got a West Ham fan playing down at Charlton. Charlton, my team, I don't quite know what's happening there. No one seems to know who owns it. And they started off very well with Lee Bowyer, Lee Bowyer. Yeah, Lee Bowyer has done really well. But the Charlton fans are typical. As soon as you lose a game or draw a game, Bowyer to be sacked. Come on, guys, let's get together. What is it with this country? We're making immediate decisions and deciding what to do. No. We've got to stay together. I think Charlton were the first, I might be wrong, to have cardboard cutouts of fans put in their seats where the crowd used to be. I hear yesterday that half of them got up and fucked off. But, and who works the cheering? I watched it. Did you watch it this morning, Match of the Day? Yeah, I watched it this morning. Liverpool were playing and there's booing. So someone must have boo, clap, whatever. My son Freddie called me and said, "Here, Dad, listen to this. When Charlton were playing, they must have used some tapes. Got any tapes of the crowd from before?" Yeah, but They're singing songs about footballers we ain't got anymore. There was a guy called Laurie Wilson, a really, really nice man, handsome man, played left back, and he didn't have the best season when he first started playing for us. He wouldn't have played for England. In fact, he could have improved. And then suddenly, the following season, he came out like Pele, and George Cohen rolled into one. And what did the Charlton fans sing? Oh, Laurie Wilson, he used to be shite, but now he's all right. Who thinks these things up? Who thinks them up? I've been watching Match of the Day, though, with some interest. It's a bit odd, isn't it, really? You can tell towards the end of the season, if players think they're going to be regulated, they sort of stop playing, don't they? And I saw, was it Ian Wright? I think it was Merce on Sky thingy. He was saying that you can tell footballers, they know they're going to be sold to another club if they go down, because they can't afford, the club, when they go down, can't afford to pay their wages. That's a bit sad, that. One would have thought that footballers have as much passion as the fans, and although they pretend it, I remember Paolo Canio, who was the best player I saw at Charlton, apart from Jan Kermorgan. Paolo Di Canio used to do this when he scored. Charlton, fucking all this, you know. And I said to his agent, I met his agent. I said, Paolo loves Charlton. Puts his hands on his shirt. He said he put his hand on any fucking shirt, whichever badge he plays for. And Bill Kenwright said to me once, who owned, or maybe still involved in Everton, he said, Jim, you will find that the majority of footballers are mercenaries. It's their job. You know, how long can you play for? Look at Jack, how much money did he save up? I know he did lots of fishing programmes and became manager of Ireland, but Jack, I hope you died with lots and lots of money. My thoughts are, though, did you? I'm not sure. Lots of old footballers. My great friend Theo Foley, who was an Irish international, was manager of Charlton, he died a while ago. Of course, you can't go to their bloody funerals because of lockdown. But I will say this about Match of the Day, that Gary Lineker is starting to look like Catweasel, isn't he? And he's sort of been a bit silly. I don't quite get all this and the funny comb your hair forward, and I just can't stand his lefty political views. I can't stand anyone's views that are not mine. So here, you BBC lefties, if you really want to show some guts, get rid of that overpaid, goal-hanging arsehole Lineker and give it to Ian Wright. Fantastic. Ian Wright is my favourite. There we are. I've said it now. Anyway, although I haven't had my first pint, I had my first full English breakfast the other day, and I made a note of it. It's not called the full English anymore down where I went to Banana Wharf in Ocean Village, and I had the white privilege breakfast. I'm kidding. It was full English, but I sat there thinking, this is typical white gammon fat boy breakfast, and it was privileged brekkie, I called it. So we had, I had eggs, yes. I like brown eggs, not white eggs. You know the difference between a white egg and a brown egg? Some chickens don't bother to wipe their bums. And then I had the very insulting to Muslims and the Jewish faith, pork in bacon and sausage, and then beans. I had a big plate of beans to upset the Green Parties and the tree-hugging, fucking muesli-eating vegetarian lefties. Because beans, as you know, will fuck up the ozone layer. Oh, right, so what do you talk about in the news? When you look at the news, and I get up in the morning to try and keep this sort of topical, it's all BLM again, isn't it? The ridiculousness of Black Lives Matter. I saw something on YouTube, and it was a woman out of vision talking to two white policemen in America, and she laid her voice into the car. They were looking out. Do Black Lives Matter? And he said, all lives matter. And she said, do you realise how disrespectful and hurtful that is? Fucking hell, what's going to happen with all these mad snowflakes? I mean, so they've now, someone has chopped down the flagpole to commemorate 9/11. What is that about? They're just damage. And then someone showed a picture of Minneapolis. I thought it was Syria. It is Minneapolis. Why are these people smashing up their own areas? Go somewhere where loads of rich white people live and smash their fucking area up. Don't smash your own area. In fact, don't smash any area up. There was another guy, a young white man, and he had a placard there. This is in England, saying the right to debate or something. Let's debate. Let's not get all angry. And this white woman called him a Nazi. She called him Nazi scum, and she talked like that a bit. She was a white woman, but she had a strange accent, and she called him Nazi scum. What would you know about the Nazis, madam? Would you know anything about the Nazis and what they'd have done to you if you'd have gone there with your placard? What the Nazis would have done to all them hundreds and hundreds of bloody thousands of people walking through Brighton, Black Lives Matter? How did the gay people think seeing Black Lives Matter parade allowed to happen when their gay pride march is going on? And I looked at the BLM regarding gay, and it said on their website, it said that we represent queers, I hate that word, and trans people. Okay, are the queers and the trans people happy with that? These are people that are oppressed every day. Imagine being a trans person. You start as a man, but you really want to be a woman. How difficult is that? Imagine the piss taking. Imagine turning up one day as Alice to your mates where you used to be Alan. How much courage does that take, and how many looks do you get? Look at that, that's a bloke over there. So, you know, I can understand the pain felt by trans people. I can understand some of the fun, and I do have a laugh at their expense to an extent, or is it women's? I say I can understand how a man wants to become a woman, yeah, fuck working all day, so I do that. But, you know, God bless you, trans people. Push through, carry on with your lives. You don't have to carry a banner about to get respect. You just have to be yourself. And it is amazing, this woman, right, let's go back to this funny woman, Nazi scum. Does she know about the Nazis? The Nazis, this is what people now, leftists, say, we were fighting Germans, right? Germany. Okay, Angela Merkel's mob from years ago, we were fighting her great-grandfathers. Yeah, we were fighting the Germans, not frigging Nazis. And if it wasn't for the Germans and the Nazis, you wouldn't have Mercedes, and Lewis Hamilton would be out of a job. Okay? Now, I'm just saying that. I really, really like Lewis Hamilton. I think he's one of the best that Britain can have a go. Now, let's not have a go at him just because he's supporting Black Lives Matter and he's rich. If he was poor, would it make any difference? So, leave Lewis alone. He's all right, I think. In fact, leave everybody alone. Let's stop getting at each other. So, Lewis Hamilton, you plod on. Black Lives Matter. Excellent. What's your mum think? Does her life matter? I suppose it does. It's not offensive to say your mum life that matters as well. And then we've had some idiot woman, I've got her name here. Her name is Kate Ellen from Amnesty International. Now, she's jumped on the fact that Richard Morrison, from the BBC music columnist, whatever the fuck that means, they want to ban Land of Hope and Glory and Rule Britannia. Well, BBC, fuck you. How dare you, you disgusting lefty people. I can't believe this is happening. This is a woman, Kate Ellen, Amnesty International. I'm not making this up. I've written it down, so I'm not making it up. Police must resist their approach. Revisit, not resist. Police must revisit their approach to people. Yeah. Okay, as I said last week, do not stop black people in cars. Do not stop and search black people, even if you think they've got knives or they've got a grenade launcher hanging around their neck. You're only going to cause trouble, okay? So, let's plod on with ourselves. Let's try and get the world back to how it was. Remember, don't catch the convicts. You won't catch them if you don't touch anyone, and they won't touch you. So don't go with your banner up in these bloody marches that are 300 mile long. Farewell, Jack Charlton. All the best, mate. And I'll see the rest of you on JDTV.
I don't care, do I?